So I just fixed the focus. What I'm scared of is that I think I just shot a whole video that was not in focus. Alright, so sorry. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Love Davis and welcome to Life with Love. This video is for all for how to blog, like how to proper blog for 2018. So this is going to be a checklist of things that I think that should have been in play for 2018 and going on. All the things that I learned in 2017, the good parts, the bad parts, kind of falling off in December because I picked up blogging. I picked up blogging on my channel, my blog channel, Love Davis, and so I just kind of had some life lessons that I needed and I didn't put in play throughout, because of course it was a learning process for me. In 2017 was when I first vlogged. I keep going back and forth to blog and vlog. I'm sorry. 2017 was when I first got really serious about blogging. And so there were a lot of lessons for me. And so I thought I would put together like a whole cohesive checklist, and just to kind of help you if you want to start a blog in 2018, all of the pieces and components that need to go together, and you know, just so that all your pieces of your puzzle fit, and just things that you need to know. So I thought I would share it with you because honestly there are a lot of things that are not going to be, there are a lot of pieces to the puzzle that are not going to be given to you because people don't want to share everything. It's a lot of work. Like, know for one that it is a lot of work, and you definitely have to be prepared for all of the things. So without further ado, I'm going to start with my checklist. And this is probably going to be a part 1 to a part 2, a part 1 of a part 2, but I'm not sure what part 2 is going to look like just yet. But I just want to share with you all of the things that I learned this year about blogging that were hard for me. So number 1, in the how to proper blog in 2018 is figure out what platform you want to use and hire a designer. So I do websites and web design. So for me to hire somebody didn't make sense, but I also went through a process of putting together my blog, and I still am getting ready to relaunch a new theme. So I don't use WordPress. I know most bloggers use WordPress. I use Squarespace.com because I like, my website is not just a blog, it's actually a website as well, because I offer services and I help people build businesses, and so that is what I do innately. So figure out what you want, what platform you want to use, and then definitely hire a designer to get all of your stuff out there so that it's done initially. So take all the best pieces from your favorite blogs, along with, you know, I'm sorry, don't take all the best pieces. Take all the inspiration from your favorite blogs and make sure that you have a great plan in the beginning in order to get it done. So that is what you want to, if you hear noise, that's my grandmother talking. She's at my house. Just make sure that you have a great plan for what you want it to look like aesthetically, because that's important. And a list of all your components and what you think are going to be important to you, as well as a list of like what your top, what your menu at the top is going to be, like which categories you're going to blog about. And even if you don't start off that way, just start with maybe 2 or 3 and then go from there. So that's number 1. Tip number 2, or checklist 2, is just start shooting your looks. You're going to need an arsenal of looks in the beginning, no matter what. You can never have enough looks, because what has happened to me is that you somehow or another, there are weeks where you can't shoot because of the weather. You might be sick, you might be out of town, there's other things that you have to do. And so what you have to think about is, if I can't shoot this look, what do I put in place of it? So you have to have an arsenal of looks already. You have to have a library, I shouldn't say arsenal, a library of looks. That is so important. I cannot stress that enough. So I tend to try to have anywhere from 5 to 10 looks in the bag so that I don't fall behind. But what happened was I needed to change photographers, and so for me, I did not have a library of looks, and so I fell off, and then life just got hectic because I'm a mom, and so things just got out of the way. So you want to make sure that you have a lot of looks in the bag. So just start shooting, and if you're just starting, it'll help you figure out what your aesthetic is. And that's important. Like, what kind of looks are you? Urban? Are you real street style? Do you want to do things more high end? Just being able to plan out what you need to purchase, if you got to purchase extra things, just all of that stuff. Trying to figure out who you are through pictures is definitely different than just trying to figure out who you are. Tip number 3. Decide what brands you want to work with, and strategize your shooting before it happens. So let's say, for instance, there are 3 brands that you would love to work with. Well, what you have to do initially, and I'm pretty sure people won't tell you this, what you have to do initially is to start shooting looks for that brand already. So like if it's, let's say BCBG, start putting together looks for BCBG on your budget and just start to do that. So when you post something, you can add them, you can reference it for other people to look at. And then the brand starts to notice you and notice whether or not you'd work well with what it is that they're doing. So you got to be a good fit for the brand. It can't just be because you're popular. Like, you have to decide what brands you want to work with, and then other brands will follow. But you're not going to be good for every brand, and every brand is not going to be good for you. So you have to strategize more. And I did not do that for 2017. I'm telling you, that was one of my mistakes. You have to strategize more for brands that you want to work with. Sorry, my shirt is a little weird. I'm not sure why. All right, number 4 is... Sorry, my phone went on hibernation mode. Number 4, for 1 month. So for the first month of your blogging, I want you to monitor what the responses are. If people are commenting, what are they saying? If there's certain features that they like, or just kind of engage so you can figure out what part. It'll help you figure out aesthetically what you want to shoot. Again, it helps you to decide like what your personality is, how you're going to do it, what your pictures look like, what kind of pictures you put on social media, what kind of pictures you put on your blog. Because again, there are different types of pictures, poses, like there's a whole method to the madness. So for 1 month, you want to monitor what's being said to you about what you're doing, and then you want to take that into consideration to re-strategize and keep it going. Now, of course, you don't take every comment into consideration. There are times when you're just going to want to do your thing, and you should be good with doing your thing. That's what makes you you. Number 5, study and learn photography. I can't say this enough. Like, I used to get obsessed about ISO. I used to get obsessed about like depth of field. Like, there were so many things that I got obsessed about. It was crazy. You have to know photography. So when you work with a photographer, you can help them decide what it is that you want to look. If you like close-ups with the real blurry backgrounds, because you want to do lots of detail shots because you decide to work with a jewelry designer, or just whatever it is, whatever your favorite features are and your favorite looks, you have to know photography so that you can help guide them through how you want to shoot, because that's important. People can shoot you, but you got to have your eye too. Like, no, if you come and stand here and shoot me from this angle from the ground, or if you shoot me from my left side or my right side, like, you have to know how to shoot, and you have to know how you shoot. Number 6, find a good photographer. You're going to go through several photographers, and you really should work with 2 or 3 of them because they're not always available. So that's what happened to me in 2017. My favorite photographer left, and so I had to figure out, and I still have not gotten it down to who I can shoot with. So finding a good photographer and being willing to just pay that money and get it done is important. Find a good photographer. Try to keep 2 or 3 in your Rolodex or in your library, in your contacts, so that you can work with multiple photographers so that you can get your looks done. No matter what, you don't have a blog if you don't have looks. And that's it. Number 7 is get your social media aesthetics together. So how do you want your Instagram looks to be? Do you want all of your close-ups to be Instagrammable so that they can go to the blog for the full look? Do you want the full look and then let them go to the blog for the details? Like, what do you want? It's almost like you do a teaser shot for Instagram, Facebook, whatever. What do your social media looks look like? Like, what? That's important, because your blog looks and your social media looks don't always look the same. So you might have an Instagrammable look. Well, we might shoot for the Instagram and then you shoot for your regular look. So you have to figure out what your social media angle is. What do you want to share on Twitter? Figure that out, because that goes into you shooting your looks as well. Number 8, figure out your schedule. What days of the week are you going to shoot? What days of the week are you going to post? And if you have a full-time job, which you're going to probably have if you start blogging, you have to figure out what your schedule is. Are you going to do a weekend schedule? Are you going to post on the Instagram every day but only do blog posts 3 days a week? Sorry, I'm looking to make sure I'm still recording. When are you shooting and when are you posting? Stick to a schedule. That is the most important thing. I did not do that. I fell off. I lost a lot of interest from people following me just because I did not do that one particular thing. So it's important. Number 9, put together your look format. So if you know you need 3 looks for social media for the week, of each look. So you might have 3 poses that you love on social media that you have to put into rotation for, let's say, and I'm going to stick with Instagram because that's like the photo app or the photo social media platform that most people use, right? So let's say you want to post 3 times a day and you want to do it 5 days a week. That's 15 looks. You have to format those 15 looks to see how you would shoot that, and then what would you use for filler looks. So you really have to shoot up enough to have those 15 different looks. It can be 15 angles, which it should not be 15 of the same look in different ways, but you could be using props, whether it's flowers or coffee, or, you know, something, detail shots, full body shots. Like, what is your what look format are you going to go for? And you have to stick to it so that your Instagram feed looks very cohesive and succinct. It's like, that's important. And that in itself is like a whole other video. But you've got, again, your social media, and then you've got your blog look. So you have to figure out aesthetically how you want that to look as people scroll through your Instagram. What makes them click on your picture? And then how do you keep that going until you're ready for the next full look to come through? Number 10, write. Start writing blog posts even before you have pictures. So you remember, I already said start shooting some looks. Sometimes you can come up with an idea for a blog post and just put some pictures with it. Start writing. Don't just wait until you shoot the looks to write. Start writing now. Start writing about things. I do personal growth. I do lifestyle. I do business. I do fashion, just to keep it mixed up. But then that's what's going on in my head. Even so start writing. I can't express to you enough how writing is extremely important. I cannot express to you enough. Just like, have enough stuff to write, and then things will fall into play. But just start writing, and don't copy what other people are doing. Try to come up with your own ideas. And see, that's why I watch it. It just went off. The camera just, like, it goes like 12 minutes and then it stops. I don't know what that is. Maybe the internal temperature is hot. But write and write some more. Journal, write your ideas down. Always keep a notebook with you. If you're not just typing it in your phone, leave yourself a voice memo. You have to write. You literally have to write so that you have enough stuff to blog about. Their ideas are going to come from everywhere, so it's not going to be like one-sided. It's definitely going to be just something that's going to come from your creativity, but always be writing. And lastly, figure out flat lays. If you take a flat lay class, if you do anything at all, figure out flat lays. Flat lays will help you do product images. And again, those are important. So if you're talking about a lip, you got to do a product image about a lip that maybe not just be on your face. If you're doing a candle, if you're doing a perfume, if you're doing anything at all, figure out how to do flat lays. That was the hardest thing for me in 2017. And I started studying other people's flat lays, and it became overwhelming. So I just started playing with space. You just have to figure it out until it fits. Don't be scared to do it, but just figure out flat lays as much as possible. It is part of your business. It is going to be part of your blog, part of who you are. Just figure out flat lays. And that is my list for getting started without being completely overwhelming. So if you want to start a blog for 2018, just to share your ideas, share who you are, get your voice out there, go through and just follow my tips, because that was things that I learned in 2017. Some of it the hard way, but it's a lot of work that goes into it. The 2 most important things are finding a good photographer and literally planning out your looks and scheduling what your posts are going to be. And then I turned around and added vlogging into it, which is very natural for me, but also very time consuming. So you got to figure that out. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys soon in another video. Thanks. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn the notifications on. Until my next video, I'll see you guys later. Bye.